The true story basis of Baby Reindeer raises the question of what happened to the real Martha Scott after the events of the Netflix miniseries. Baby Reindeer is the screen adaptation of Scottish comedian Richard Gadd's one-man stage show of the same name about a struggling comedian who is relentlessly stalked by a woman named Martha after serving her at the pub where he works. As indicated by the disclaimer in the first episode, the events of Baby Reindeer are based on a true story, in which Gadd was stalked by an older woman in his 20s. In addition to writing all 7 episodes, Gadd continued to play the fictionalized version of himself named Donnie in the Netflix miniseries. Although Gadd insists that Baby Reindeer is extremely emotionally truthful, via GQ, to his experience, he notes that the character of Martha, played by Jessica Gunn in the Baby Reindeer cast, is not a fact-by-fact profile of his real-life stalker. In addition to changing her name, Gadd also altered his stalker's fate from what actually happened to the real Martha after the events of Baby Reindeer. Richard Gadd obtained a restraining order against Baby Reindeer's real Martha. Unlike Martha in Baby Reindeer, Gadd's real-life stalker did not go to prison. Jessica Gunning looking sad as Martha in Netflix's Baby Reindeer. Baby Reindeer's ending shows Martha getting arrested on 3 counts of stalking and harassment after indirectly threatening to stab Donnie and his parents in a voicemail message. Martha is sentenced to 9 months in prison after pleading guilty on all 3 counts. Donnie is also granted a 5-year restraining order against Martha and indicates that her plea hearing was the last time he ever saw her. However, the outcome of Baby Reindeer is not exactly how the events played out in Gadd's real life. By the time of Gadd's interview with The Guardian shortly after the Baby Reindeer stage show's premiere at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in August 2019, the real Martha had, finally, been restrained from contacting Gadd himself. However, the duration of his restraining order and the exact date it was granted are unknown. It appears the real Martha wasn't incarcerated for her crimes against Gadd, though, as he told The Times, he didn't want to throw someone who was that level of mentally unwell in prison. In September 2019, Martha was still at large. Richard Gadd hasn't publicly revealed where the real Martha is today. Gadd has kept Martha's true identity hidden. Martha, Jessica Gunning, sits at the bar and laughs while Donnie, Richard Gadd, stands behind the bar in Baby Reindeer, 2024. Other than Gadd's restraining order against her and her lack of jail time, very little is known about what happened to the real Martha since Gadd has kept her real identity concealed. In addition to using the pseudonym Martha, Gadd noted that he went to such great lengths to disguise her in the Netflix adaptation of Baby Reindeer that he believes not even she would recognize herself. Gadd has never publicly revealed her real name nor where she is today. Martha was still harassing Gadd's friends and family up until September 2019. Gadd speculated that seeing the Baby Reindeer stage show in the press made her think twice about her behavior. As of 2024, Gadd feels the situation is resolved, suggesting that this behavior has finally stopped for good. Although he still has mixed feelings about the whole thing, Gadd empathizes with his stalker immensely. "I can't emphasize enough how much of a victim she is in all this," he told Independent in 2019. Gadd later shared with Radio Times that he saw someone who was unwell, needed help, and was quite vulnerable, all of which comes through very clearly and masterfully in Baby Reindeer.